I think one of the worst things to ever happen to the civil rights movements was legitimately Abraham Lincoln getting assassinated. Gotta be the worst thing, because good God, the fucker who replaced him, was it Jackson? Another Jackson? Or Johnson? No, who was it?
I don't remember who replaced him.
There's also the very good argument that Lincoln is only looked so fondly on because he was assassinated. He didn't have time to make concessions for the South because he just was axed.
Well, look, that's true, I suppose, but he did have a laid out plan for what he intended to do, and that plan didn't get followed at all. So maybe people would have disliked him a bit, maybe over time. However, I think he would have done a lot better than his replacement did, at least.
He might have. I mean, it's one of those hypotheticals of this might, he might have been better, he might not have.
Yeah.
Plus, there was the whole political prisoners thing he liked to do, so.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Totally fine.
It's fine. And raise unconstitutional taxes for the war.
I would argue that that's not the problem. Okay, listen. There is a reason why the government gets emergency powers to slip around certain constitutional, amendments and stuff in times of emergencies, and that was a time of emergency. I understand all that.
That's fair. That's why we should...
The problem was, fuck you, Zombie, let me finish. The problem was, what government always does, is they fail to give back their emergency powers once the emergency is over. And while Abraham Lincoln might not have done that, we don't know if he would have or not, because he died, so it's just conjecture. Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
Well, that's nice, but I think that's fair argument. That's why we should have kept lockdowns going longer, right?
Yeah, we should have kept lockdowns going longer. Yeah,
because it was an emergency.
It was an emergency.
They were incredibly effective, obviously.
They
It was an emergency.
2 weeks to flatten the curve.
Flatten the curve. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, and when you allow the government to take that emergency power, funny enough, the emergency tends to last a long time.
Weird. Yeah, it's almost like the government does not want to ever give up anything it ever takes from the people.
It's almost like you should never give them anything.
Yeah. Good to do, yeah, the Patriot Act. Holy shit, bro.
But then, Hornet's over here being like, well, I mean, the government needs emergency powers from time to time.
I simply argue that the intention behind those emergency power provisions is sound. What happened was what Benjamin Franklin said would happen, right? When he said, very simply put, when he was asked, like, what kind of a government have you made for us? He's like, I think it was Benjamin Franklin. Pretty sure. And he's like, it's a republic if you can keep it, right? They knew, and it's always going to be the case, that in a republic, when the citizenry stops holding their government accountable, the government will go fucking ham. But that's the best we can do. So I lay that blame not at the provisions of the Constitution, which I think are valid. I lay that blame at us, the people. We're fucking retarded. And too many of us like our comfort and safety over our freedom. And here we are. That's what allowed the Patriot Act. Because the Patriot Act could have been repealed very quickly if the people had not been so desperate for their safety.
About those power stations.
Oh yeah, about the power station. Tom, why did you get me off on some kind of libertarian rant on stream?
What? I didn't fucking bring Lincoln up.
We were having a really good time, and then you kept instigating and poking every single time that the conversation was winding down.
You were saying stupid shit, and then I had to interject.
I was saying correct shit, and then you said stupid shit, and I had to fix your stupid shit with the truth, so fuck you. This is why you're one of my least favorite friends, you know that?
I'm just saying that you had a take there, and I was like, wow, it sounds like you're really choking on that government cock.
Fuck you.